a dollar for every time that my life took a sour turn. I be rich and rolling violet and hollering at your girl. I be making little money and spending it like I'm rich. I be making bad decisions and thinking that I'm the. If I had a dollar for every time that my life took a sour turn, I be rich and rolling violet and hollering at your girl. I be making little money and spending it like I'm rich. I be making bad decisions and thinking that I'm the. Scratching my nutsack, dropping rap like rap. I stepped outside of my show and got robbed by one of them thug cats. Hopped on stage and someone yelled out, use a rap.
Okay, so, hi guys, I'm back again. So this is my second video for the day. You'll recognize the outfit. I'm just trying to get it in while the thought's still in my brain. So Chantal's come back with her pre-recorded video. Again, we know pre-recorded videos are done because she can't be trusted on live streams to not say wrong or bad things. And now that YouTube has got stricter rules on language, she needs to be very, very careful. And she's just come off a 7-day ban for bad behavior and probably bad language and the things that she says and does around people. So she really needs to be editing her personality to make sure it's YouTube suitable, because it is her only form of income. But so she's talking about, it was almost like a response video to Allah without actually mentioning Allah. I try to say it like Farida, but I just can't do it. Allah, that's kind of it, I think. Anyway, in response to Allah, showing the true nature of the former bachelor pad that was Salah's home. Now, I do want us to take a trip down memory lane to where Chantal used to give, I'm not going to say his name, but he's a small man from Morocco who thinks he's awesome and drinks a lot. If you know who I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about. She used to make fun of his home, his small little 1-bedroom, half kitchenette room that he used to rent. She said it was a little poo tip. Yes, it was a little crappy place that he lived in. And she made fun of him about that. Very, very similar to the bachelor pad that Salah used to rent as a bachelor. Now, the conditions of that place, I mean, lockable doors, that's a big win for me. Physical safety, excellent. Was it up to the standards that Chantal's used to living in? Yes and no. It was tidier, probably cleaner, but was it in the same state? Probably not. Now, we're shifting continents, you know, cultural standards, cultural differences all aside, fine. It was a bachelor pad, it's all that he needed. But what was the whole point of that video? What was the whole point of it? It was still a crappy little box that you guys lived in. The little story time that she told to endear that place to us, like they lived there for many, many years and they had so many wonderful memories there. Birthdays, no, haven't been together long enough. A Christmas, no, didn't celebrate it. Buying that place together, no. Decorating it together, no. They basically have eaten there together and watched movies. I mean, their memories are their memories, but she's been there less than 2 months. How many memories could have been created? How attached could she have been to that place? She hasn't even been attached to the villa and she's lived there for years and years. She can dump that place in a heartbeat. I think the video was created to be like, this is our first marital home together, guys. Please don't crap all over it. It's sentimental. When basically Allah has just showed us that they lived in a tiny little box, and we knew that. But it wasn't and the reason people were talking so much about the home is because Chantal had built it up to be this grand, you know, this playboy mansion, this well-off, well-to-do businessman who could afford a beautiful house, a beautiful apartment, a beautiful car. That was the impression. So when we saw their little apartment, or his little apartment that she moved into, it was very different to the expectations she had built up for us. We couldn't build up our own expectations because we had no idea who this man was. We had no idea of his living condition. She said she had seen his place and it was cozy and lovely and really, really nice. And what we got was not that. And that's fine. It's a guy living on his own, doesn't need much. Whatever. But she tried to make it something else. Now, the story time for me was pointless. Didn't disprove anything that Allah said. It didn't endear us to the place at all. I don't know who she's talking to when she makes these videos, because we all know the back history. She hasn't got a whole bunch of new subscribers. Who is she talking to? We know the history, Chantal. It doesn't matter. Now, she said she took some time off to reflect. Now, in that reflection time, she was in and out of chats, talking to people, saying rude things, just being the basic butthole that Chantal is. Where's the reflection? Where is the, I need to take time away. I need to change the way I talk. I need to not defend every crappy action I take. I need to really think about how I present myself on YouTube and genuinely look at the way that I treat people in my scope. I need to really reflect on how I respond and react to reaction channels. I can either let them eat me up, or I can let it go and do my own thing. Where's the reflection? It doesn't seem to be any. It just literally was like a child putting time out. You're not allowed to do this until you stop crying. Once you stop crying, or the time is up, you can come out. She's just come out and it's basically the same thing. And yes, I'm going to talk about the voice. This is the voice, okay? So the pre-recorded videos in the hijab before she left for Kuwait, this is the voice that she used. This is her, I'm trying to teach you something, but I'm reading from a script. Follow along. This is the voice that she uses. She over-pronunciates things. She tries to talk slow and calm to make it seem more reasonable and endearing. And she's trying to throw in those little things at the end, like, oh, hope you have a great day. No, she doesn't care if you have a great day or not. She's just like, make sure you watch my video so I get ad revenue. That's all I want. You can't hate watch me. You can't judge me. You can only give constructive feedback. She didn't say constructive criticism. She said constructive feedback. Who decides what constructive feedback is? Who decides what's a positive feedback or constructive feedback, and what is criticism and what is not constructive? Chantal. Because Chantal thinks any tiny little slight that is not 100% in support of her is criticism and negative. She doesn't never see her own behavior as negative, but any kind of feedback that is not in support of her is not constructive feedback. So basically, you're not allowed to say anything unless you're saying, yeah, you're the best. Way to go with your new husband. That's totally, totally real. That's the only feedback she wants. It's not, hasn't have to be constructive, just the line of thought that she's on at the moment. Until she hates Sawa, we are in support of their relationship. Yeah. Now, she did also talk about in the video at length, at nauseum, about how Salah got the place. He worked so hard. He laboured, guys. He laboured to get all 3 wick candles ready, to deep clean that tiny, tiny, tiny apartment, get the new bed, probably because he had to get rid of the mattress because the mattress was used, and buy some new sheets. Like, she even said for 2 days straight, he worked. But in the video, she said that he worked really hard, kept her up to date. Like, I wiped a bench, here's a photo. Sheets are in the washing machine, took a photo, here's me lighting the candles. How many photos would he have needed to send to you to show you that he has cleaned an apartment and bought a new bed? Like, it wasn't like you were doing a massive renovation. He wasn't ripping out a kitchen, wasn't putting up an extra wall. He was cleaning and buying a new bed. Calm down. It's fine. But she wanted to exaggerate it. She wanted to make it seem like he put in so much effort because she's so worth it. And he was really excited for her to come. And he really needed to accommodate this new bride coming into his life, this new woman, new love of his life, his soulmate, there's soulmates. He really had to put a lot of effort in to accommodate her because it was so worth it. And his bachelor pad wasn't quite up to snuff for Chantal. She really made that quite apparent. where it was just 2 days of cleaning, vacuuming, wiping a bench, getting a new bed. It was far less than that. Oh, and a candle. Sorry, can't forget the candle. Candle's a world of difference. My bad. My apologies. I retract that statement. He did also buy a 3-wick candle. But yeah, whatever. No cares. So, and at the very last closing, one of the closing statements that she had was, and I am a large woman. She could, large, big, small, whatever. She made note of her weight, that she's a big woman, and proudly so. Fine, great, positivity, whatever. Her size is different to her health. Okay, so we're not talking about being a healthy large woman. She's just saying she's large. And proudly so. And you too, if you're fat, you should be as well. Rewind. Now, Chantal has on many opportunities taken the time and energy to call people fat, ugly, that you can't talk because you're fat, you can't say anything because you're fat, you're fat too, you're probably fat, you're bigger than me, you can't say anything because you're fat as well. She's not on board the let's be fat together and be supportive train. She's on the you're fat, I'm pretty, you're ugly and fat, I don't like you, you're worthless, you're useless. She's not in support of body size. She's always condemning people for their weight and comparing them to herself, saying that you are bigger. So being fatter is worse than her. So no, shh. Chantal, stop with that crap now. Do not start trying to make it seem like you are supportive of other women and their bodies. No one wants to hear it. Thank you. Okay, guys. Now I am off to have a great day with my husband out and about. Sun looks like it's trying to come out. It's a little bit overcast at the minute. But if you'd like to, if you want to, that's okay too. And if you'd want to, I'd appreciate it if you'd consider subscribing. Okay, guys. Bye.
Welcome to my world. 오랜만이 나도 반겨말아 걸어 내게 맡겨 결국 모든 것이 바꿔 해가 뜨고 눈을 감아 엉켜버린 사이코 같은 패턴에 눈이 돌아 몇 년 동안 쌓이고 네가 잠이 들 땐 너와 함께 하고 싶어 미쳐버린 내가 과연 너를 이해되나 싶어 밤만 되면 이러는 게 병행나로 싶어 하지만 다시 밤이 찾아오면 나 I got that fire I got that juice 밤이 되고 난 vampire 괜찮은 물 안 베린 on my empire with that loose feeling like I'm Alexander 다 빛이 내리대며 밤이 돼 난 vampire 밤이 되면 난 vampire okay 내리쳐진 베토벤의 War One I sipping juice from that moonlight 지금 난 still yeah 번데는 전반대 밤이 되면 동공은 확대되지 Monday through everyday 창조 중 그 후에는 박대 모두가 잠들 때 너는 더욱 맑아지는 느낌 변한 끝에 살아도 평생 나는 지신 묶임만 하며 그저 내 삶이라 되는지 잡아봐 내가 어디까지 가는지 그걸 내 거리는 하고도 과연 내가 빛을 내지 못하는지 악마를 내가 가라앉기를 원하지 불꽃이 꺼지길 원해요 but 언제나 빛이 나니 정답이 뻔했지 정답이 I got that fire I got that juice 밤이 되고 난 vampire 괜찮은 물 안 베린 on my empire with that loose feeling like I'm Alexander 다 빛이 내리대며 밤이 돼 난 vampire 밤이 되면 난 vampire okay 내리쳐진 베토벤의 War One I sipping juice from that moonlight 지금 난 still yeah I got that